Like this is even more elusive than the Tory Lanez case. And Tory Lanez was there when that powering happened, but his DNA was nowhere near the firearms.
Real life.
If it ain't real life, just ain't real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Now the story is he paid off all the officials and he paid everybody off, and I mean that's an interesting take on it. But when I look at his pedigree, he's been arrested like 20 some odd times by the authorities for crimes that he could never be convicted of.
Right.
I don't see somebody who's been abused by the law as much as he's been abused by the law, all of a sudden now being buddy enough with the law to pay everybody off for a crime that allegedly he wasn't even around for. Like, that's the thing. Can anybody put him at the scene of anything? Can anybody put his DNA on anything? You honestly think he don't got surveillance cameras on any of those properties, whether he's living there or not? Ain't that odd? In a day and age where Granny got a ring cam on everything, this house was attached to the LLC for, his merch. I'm sure there's some cash and carry and all of that going on. Where the cameras at? They ain't got no cameras?
Right.
A celebrity of his gargantuan, and there's no cameras? Like even the T Hood situation with the Frost girl. She had cameras in her house.
Right.
You telling me ain't no cameras around at all? Has anybody else asked that other than me?
That makes sense.
No, seriously. Not one surveillance camera anywhere near Katt's actual residence or the residence where, people said that, Reggie was moved, that they waited 24 hours and then it wasn't 24 hours. Like there's a million different stories. A million about what happened to the man, this man at the end of his life. Like, there's no cameras, no surveillance cameras anywhere at all. I don't know. It all sounds a little thin to me. What about you?
Yeah, when you put it like that, Jag, you made me rethink a lot of things about this case.
Like you Katt Williams and you live in, you know what I'm saying, in the upper crust of Mississippi where there's still all kinds of racism, and there might be some people in the area that ain't too comfortable with a black man like you with your kind of background just being able to come in and cop a couple of residents, and you living better than everybody else and people that's been there their whole life trying to get in. And I don't know, I can't see there not being any surveillance at all.
Yeah.
And if the cops were going to be investigating, I'm sure that the first thing they would have done is pull them cameras. But the one thing that everybody wants everybody to know is that Reggie Carroll wasn't no joke. He was a great guy and he was a good comedian and he had been in the community for a long time and he ain't had no problem putting his hands on people and knocking people out. Like y'all could have edited all that.
Right.
Like for real, I'm just saying, if it were you, would you want
No, I don't want you. No.
people running around talking about Yeah, man. Yo, man, he was a fool, man. Yo, he was just run up on and just knock him out. Yo, it's just like, yeah, he was wild. He was a wild bull. Oh, yeah, man, he was a pit bull. Yeah, man, he was a dog. Like, why would you want to refer to a black man as a dog? Because the second that you say that, what you're saying is this is a person who suffered from, the ability to control himself.
Right.
Like when you hear people say, "Oh man, he ain't had the common sense of a dog," like that's not a compliment in any way, is it?
No.
Meanwhile, nobody seems to know what happens. The authorities haven't made it public knowledge yet at why his life needed to come to an end and why someone who's taller than him, who was also working security, needed to pick up a big boom boom
Right, shotgun,
and hit him multiple times. Nobody's trying to get to the bottom of that. The only thing they're trying to get to the bottom of is how to make Katt Williams responsible for it. Like this is even more elusive than the Tory Lanez case. And Tory Lanez was there when that powing happened, but his DNA was nowhere near the firearm.
Yep.
But he at least was there. There's no evidence where Katt Williams was, and what makes him guilty is the fact that he hasn't said anything. That's what makes him guilty. Right? Because that's pretty much what everybody's saying. Because he said nothing, because he hasn't come forward, because he hasn't made a statement, because he hasn't done this publicly or done that publicly, he's guilty. And the only reason the authorities came forward to clear him from the situation is because he paid it. How many people did he pay off? I don't see y'all tripping about none of that. Like the booming of Kid Cudi's car. Part of the reason why that couldn't have been taken into consideration for the RICO charge and all of the rest of the stuff that he was able to slither out of is because it's actually been put on record that Diddy paid to have the evidence disappear.
All right.
This didn't make it in against them because it went against the statute of limitations. Like all of the people that Katt Williams spoke against on Shay Shay have actually done those things. They've actually paid authorities to get rid of evidence, to corrupt evidence, to hold evidence until things made it past the statute of limitation. Like these people actually have done all of these things. I don't see y'all tripping. I don't see them tripping. Yeah, he made it. He got off. Yeah, he beat the RICO. Let me tell you something. With as much stuff as they kept redacted and out of those court records, I find it funny that people think that just because evidence didn't get presented, then that means that you're not guilty of it. That's funny. That's just funny to me. I don't know. What do you think? Does it sound a little hysterical to you?
Yeah, it's like more you talk about it.
It didn't make it on court record, so it never happened.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.